depression sucks. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Erica Richey. Thank you for coming back to iAMERICA, and I'm here with another one. Wait, let me take my glasses off so y'all don't have to see the ring light. I know that it gets on some people's nerves, so we'll do it for this one. So what you'll be getting today from this video is a better understanding of what post-graduation depression is. Also, you'll be getting some helpful tips on how to solve it, and you'll hear a little bit of my own story. Now, this video is a little harder than usual, and I'm going to try not to cry, and I'm going to try to give y'all my playful, bubbly self that I usually give you in my videos. But this is a hard topic because I'm finally admitting to myself and to the world, but most importantly, and I think what makes it really hard, is that I'm admitting this to my family, that I had a problem and I may still do. So what is post-grad depression, you may ask? Post-grad depression, also known as graduation blues, it typically happens after you graduate college, but it can happen after high school. And it can happen after undergrad, after grad school. It can happen after you're getting your associates. It's just after graduation, things start getting crazy. And post-grad depression can make things really hard on some people. And it's really a tough rut to get out of. So I want to share a little bit about my story with post-graduation depression. So as we all know, or some of us may not know, I'm a recent college grad from the lovely Georgia State University. I graduated twice. I graduated from undergrad and I went on to get my master's degree at Georgia State. And so I recently graduated in August of 2019. Cool. When I graduated the first time in 2018, I was fine. I was good. I knew that I was about to go get my master's and that I was about to do the biggest thing that I've never thought I would do. Because all through undergrad, I said, I'll never get my master's degree. It's stupid. Like, I was one of those people. But after graduation, I was just excited to go back to school and learn something new. So in May of 2019 is when me and my class, we walked across the stage because we weren't going to be finishing our program until August. And I think that that's when it started creeping up on me, because that's when things started getting real. Because it was like, okay, well, Erica, you only have like 3 months or so to figure out what you're going to do after school because school's almost over. But I was fine still. It was just, I felt a lot of pressure. But in August of 2019, that's when things started getting real serious. And that's when I feel like graduation blues came and took a bite out of me. I wonder what type of sandwich I would taste like. And so it's August 2019. I've had jobs, and I had jobs throughout school. However, those are like college-friendly jobs. Now it's like I'm going to the real world. I need a real job. What's a real job? I don't know. And that started weighing on me. And it's like, why do people not see my worth? Why won't anybody give me a chance? And that's what I started feeling, and that's what I started telling myself. And I can be honest, I got really, really depressed and really low. So moving forward, this September of 2019, I got a job and it just didn't work out. If you want to hear more about that, I can definitely do a story time because I'm starting to feel more open to talk about it. However, it just didn't work out. And so that put me even lower with my post-grad depression. And it's not just like finding a job that causes post-graduation depression. It's also like your friends, like you're in college, so you see your friends every day. If you're living in the dorms, y'all definitely see each other every day. Y'all are hanging out all the time. And it's like, now that no one's in college anymore, it's like you rarely see your friends, and it's a lot. It was everything piling up at once, and I was feeling it really hard. So here's some of the things that I had to do to get myself out of the graduation blues, and I can admit that I'm not fully out of it. However, I'm definitely better than what I was before, and definitely I know that I'll be okay. So tip number 1, you have to get yourself busy. The reason why college was so cool is because you always had something to do. There was always a party. There was always a club meeting. There was always somebody in the dorms cooking. There was always something. And if not, you could go to the dining hall. There was always something to do. So you have to get yourself busy. And more importantly, you have to find a hobby. It is so important to find something that you love to do. And if you love to do it, then you'll have fun, and it gives you something to look forward to during the week. So it's like, oh, every Wednesday I'm going to dance class, or oh, every Saturday I get to spend time knitting, or okay, it's 2020. I don't know who knits anymore, but if you do, and that's what you like to do, that's fun for you. And it just gives you something to look forward to, and it keeps your mind off of thinking like, dang, I have nothing to do. I have nothing going on with my life. So let's combine that hobby with tip number 2, because tip number 2 is you have to make some form of money. I don't know why it is and like who taught us this, but we validate ourselves by money. So if I have $50,000, then I'm just like, oh, I have $50,000. But if I have $1 million, then I'm popping. At least that's how we look at ourselves. That's how our friends look at us and everything like that. So tip number 2 is to figure out some type of way to make some money. And how we're going to combine tip number 1 and tip number 2 is if you're able to use your hobby to make some money, you're in an even better space than the rest of us. Because if you can sell those scarves that you are knitting, then you're having fun doing something that will generate some cash and help you not feel so bad. But also, tip number 2 gets tricky because you're like, Erica, make some money. I'm trying. I can't find a job and this and that. It is okay. So we tell ourselves like, oh, I graduated college. Like, I don't want to work at McDonald's. I don't want to work entry level. I don't want to do this. I have a degree. But it is okay to take that entry-level job, to take that $12 an hour job, that $15 an hour job while you're in your search looking for that next big job that's going to make you the big bucks. It is okay. It puts money in your pocket. It lets you continue to have fun with your friends, but it also lets you pay your bills. And it keeps your livelihood up, because what sucks is if you were doing everything by yourself when you were in college, so you were paying for your rent or your room and board, or you were paying for your groceries and for you to have fun, and then you have to ask your mom $20 so you can go out to eat with your friends. Like, that sucks. So if you can just find a way to put some money in your pocket, hey, that's what you need to do. And I'm not saying be desperate or like you have to take the lowest of the low job, like you got to pick up gum off the street or something. No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying find something, whether it's like for 20 hours a week or something, or even if it is full time, like no matter if it's a lower wage, find something that'll occupy your time to let you put money in your pocket so that you can continue to do things on your own and have that sense of independence. Because that's another thing. You just graduated college. Of course, you want to be an adult, and it sucks that you have to depend on others just for your livelihood. Trust me, it sucks. Tip number 3, remember that you're not alone. I know that when I was really going through it, I felt like, why am I the only one going through this? Why do all my friends have it figured out? And what I learned over time is that it's not just me. Everybody's suffering, and most are suffering in silence. So just remember that you're not alone. I just told you my story. I'm admitting it. My name is Erica, and I have a problem. But you are not by yourself. Find somebody to talk to that can relate. Ask one of your friends who doesn't have a job either, who's going through their job search. Or ask one of your friends who's not in the perfect job that they want to be in. Like, talk to them, because they might need you just as much as you need them. So just remember that you are not alone. And you can always talk to me, because, hey, I need you too. But on a serious note, you are not by yourself in this. You are not the only one suffering. And although everyone's not jumping from the rooftop screaming, hey, I'm going through grad blues, trust me, probably a good 75% of your graduating class has graduation blues too. It's not just you. And my last tip, and I think that it's the most important tip that I can give to you today, is don't get too discouraged. Whatever you do, just keep a small token of hope. I hate to get all biblical on y'all, but the Bible says faith the size of a mustard seed. And honestly, whether you believe in Christianity or not, that's true. All you need is a small token of hope to make yourself get through. You cannot let yourself get too far down in the dumps and get too discouraged, because if you do, you'll stop looking and you'll always forever be in this slump until you can get out of it. So you're allowed to have a sad moment, but you are not allowed to have a sad period. You are not allowed to beat up on yourself for longer than 24 hours. You can have a sad day, but you cannot have a sad week, because that's too much time, and that's time wasted, and you're doing nothing for yourself. So let me give you an example. You applied for 50 jobs last week, and every last one of them told you no. Trust me, been there, and it sucks. So that Tuesday afternoon, you get off of work, and you just want to lay in the bed, eat ice cream, and watch TV. Okay, that actually sounds like a great day, but that's neither here nor there. So you're depressed. You're beating yourself up. Why doesn't anybody want to hire me? Am I not good enough? You're asking that, why me? That's fine. But Wednesday afternoon when you get off of work, you need to get back to applying to jobs, because we can't be sad forever. And when you put yourself in that moment of weakness and sadness, then what you're doing is discouraging yourself, and you're telling yourself that you don't even believe in you and that you're not good enough. And you know what that does? Nothing good for you. And then that makes you stop looking for jobs and stop looking to move forward. And the whole reason why you're sad is because you feel like you don't have much going on in your life, and then you get sadder. And now look at you. Now you really don't have anything going on in your life, because you're discouraged. So if you don't get anything from this, just make sure that you do not get too discouraged. Make sure that you do not get too overwhelmed by this. It's okay to have a sad moment, but you cannot have a sad period. Anyway, so to summarize this all up, post-graduation depression is a thing. It's happening to you and me and people around us. It sucks. It's hard to get through. But what you have to do to get through it is utilize your time in other ways, put some money in your pocket, and don't let it get the best of you. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I hope that you got something out of it. And if you feel like you are struggling with post-graduation depression and graduation blues, whatever you want to call it, then watching this is the first step to admitting, hey, I might have a problem and I want to get out of it. If it gets too serious or too deep and you feel like you cannot get out of it by yourself, please talk to somebody. There's hotlines and things that you can always talk to that are free and that are willing to help you get out of this nasty funk. And it's okay. That's the number one thing, is it's okay and you are not alone. But I'm Erica Roche. I didn't cry, and thank you for watching this video. Please give this video a big thumbs up, and let's have some conversation down in the comments. I want to know what are y'all going through and how are y'all feeling, and if anything, have y'all been depressed too? All right, that's it. Make sure you share this video and make sure you tell your friends about this channel, because we can all be best friends. I'm Erica Roche saying bye. Oh, I almost fell.
Open up, you OPN, bitch, you want baby, yeah, we should be closer than friends.